So, the main findings of the World Travel Market Global Trends report of this year show us that Americans are exploring countries that were previously off limits, whilst Tingo.com is ripping up the rule book by exploiting refunds and cancellations to gain the best hotel rates. The growing importance of shopping tourism across the globe is being highlighted by BRIC visitors coming to Europe for luxury brands, as well as the development of hotels in Middle Eastern shopping malls. Looking at technology, smart televisions are poised to offer travel brands new opportunities. In Africa, the Nigerian film industry, Nollywood, is attracting tourists to film locations and tourist villages, whereas technology-weary consumers are opting for digital detox hotel breaks. We'll explore a little bit about that in detail further on, but luxury is, as you might expect, a key focus for Asia, with luxury car manufacturers entering the hotel sector, whilst Indian travellers are opting for low-cost flights to the Middle East to buy gold, of course. Now, the global economy continues to look highly polarized, with the emerging economies performing much more strongly than many stagnating developed countries. The International Monetary Fund predicts global growth of 3.5% for this year. That's down from 3.9% of last year. Arrivals from BRIC countries continue to boost tourism, while the traditional markets of Europe and America remain vulnerable to austerity measures and traveller caution. However, global tourist arrivals this year are expected to top 1 billion, with inbound spending over $1 trillion as visitors from emerging countries spread their wings. Medical and shopping tourism, rail, cruise and spas are expected to perform the best over a 4-year period between 2012 to 2016, while online travel will continue to outdo offline in terms of value growth. Now, despite the polarized nature of the world's economies, the global travel industry continues to grow. Incoming receipts is expected to increase over the next 5 years, and that's thanks to the improved spending power of visitors from the emerging countries. Growth is forecast to remain steady at around about 5% annually, that is, until 2016. Online travel remains the industry's success story, with solid, strong growth rates of over 8% expected for this year alone. And value growth rates will decline a little further in future, dropping to about 6% in 2016 as the market matures. Offline travel is also growing in value, but at a lower rate of around 2%. So let's begin at a look at the World Travel Market Global Trends report in association with Euromonitor International, where the attraction of forbidden lands is enticing American travelers. A new trend has emerged in the Americas, where consumers are beginning to travel to destinations previously considered off limits, such as North Korea, Myanmar, commonly known as Burma, Libya, and Cuba. Travel restrictions to Cuba were being eased by the US government last year, allowing Americans to visit the country for religious reasons, academic and other non-governmental travel. The North Korean government eased travel restrictions for Americans in 2010, enabling visits at any time of the year and for longer than the previously allowed 5 days. This year, 2012, saw Myanmar and the US restore diplomatic relations that is likely to boost travel arrivals and tourist arrivals. And Euromonitor International estimates that American arrivals to Burma, Myanmar, will increase by 71% to reach over 24,400 people in 2016. Now, whilst the number of trips to these countries remain low when compared to many other destinations, it is clear that the significant forecast growth will be evident. Euromonitor International projects that by 2016, there will be 550 trips to North Korea and over 175 to Cuba too. The unique cultural experience is an enticing factor for many seasoned American travelers. The president of Asia Pacific Travel, Walter L. Keats, states that there are 2 main types of travelers for North Korea, stating young males looking for adventure and experienced travellers looking for a unique cultural experience. The baby boomer generation is expected to lead the way here, with many of whom have time on their hands, as well as sufficient resources and a preference for active and adventurous holidays. Tour operators and travel agencies can provide opportunities for group travel with packages and itineraries, as the difficult entry requirements, as well as limited tourism infrastructure and unfamiliar environments, may make independent travel somewhat, well, a little bit tricky. However, risks do remain as changing political situations, both home and away, can deter travellers. US travel to Cuba could be the first affected, as the current Republican candidate, Mitt Romney, would likely reverse the US's policy on Cuba if elected president. We'll find out in the next 48 hours. I recommend you watch BBC World News for coverage of that. And additional security concerns remain in countries such as Libya, which suffer, of course, from instability, very much so today as it did in the fall of Gaddafi last year. Now, though, we're looking at the UK, where Tingo.com is helping to rip up the rulebook regarding hotel distribution. The UK economy slid back into recession this year, and unemployment is set to reach 8.4%, which is one of the highest rates it has been in decades. As a result, companies need to remain competitive, and they're continually rethinking their business models to become more consumer-centric. Tingo.com, which is owned by TripAdvisor, introduced a new business model this year, exploiting refunds and cancellations to gain the best hotel rates. The website uses Expedia affiliate network and automatically rebooks travellers' reservations when there is a price drop for the booked rooms, and that takes place up to 24 hours before check-in. By August of this year, Tingo had already returned £56,000 in money-back refunds to consumers. Now, by reselling hotel rooms, the company charges a commission on any room that is sold, which is its major revenue generator. The UK online market is mature, with online travel retail sales of £13.3 billion last year. That's 2011, and the strongest annual growth now is expected from car retail online, followed by air transport and accommodation over the forecast period. Now, Tingo.com claims to drive the best value for the customer by offering the security of having the best price possible when booking hotel rooms. Now, in addition to this, the new website is expected to contribute to longer booking windows, possibly over 40 days, which would help hotels manage their inventory. Other websites offering a similar service include Backbid and TripIt, although their value proposition differs as they don't handle the transaction and do not automatically refund room bookings. There is scope for independent tour operators, rail and car companies to adopt that same pricing strategy, and Tingo.com could also revolutionize the complex airline cancellation policies area too. Now, it is likely that online travel agencies such as Expedia may also follow Tingo's example. Generation Y, born between 1977 and 1994, I'm one of them, but I won't tell you my age, is driving demands, particularly for brands like Tingo.com, along with travellers who are not part of the loyalty programme strategy. Now, let's have a look at Europe now, where travellers from BRIC countries are enjoying a grand shopping tour. Europe continues to struggle with economic instability, with Southern Europe being in recession this year, causing a regional slowdown. As a result, the BRIC countries are becoming increasingly important for boosting tourism arrivals and spending too. The fast-growing affluent and middle classes of BRIC countries are embracing shopping tourism in many European destinations. Travellers can find a wider selection of their favourite foreign brands and cheaper prices in Europe due to high import taxes back home. Paris, it's key shopping destination for all BRIC travellers and their decisions that they make. But London, Frankfurt, Milan and Madrid, they are all competing for BRIC shoppers too. The European Travel Commission estimates that Chinese visitors in Europe reserve 1/3 of their holiday budget for shopping alone. Now, shopping villages and large department stores in these cities have recruited staff speaking BRIC languages, and they also offer easy payment options, including domestic credit cards from these countries. Many European retailers work closely with BRIC tour operators to be included in their tours. For example, 95% of Chinese visitors to the Louis Vuitton shops in Paris are actually on organized tours. Arrivals from BRIC countries to European destinations show substantial growth to 2016. Now, arrivals from China are particularly buoyant in all destinations, with Spain showing a dynamic 23% compound annual growth rate for 2012 to 2016, that 4-year period alone. South Africa is considered as part of the BRICS, and it's also predicted to show increased departures to Europe, with a strong rand favouring shopping tourism. Luxury brands, large department stores and shopping villages are all expected to benefit from BRIC visitors, as well as 4- and 5-star hotels located in main city destinations. Shopping tourism will continue to be the main driver behind travel to Europe, along with art tourism too. Now, brands such as Louis Vuitton, Cartier, Prada, Galeries Lafayette, Printemps, Harrods, La Rinascente, MacArthur Glen and Value Retail, they are all tapping into this market. And highly specialized shopping tours for consumers are emerging, such as Grand Hotel de Bordeaux, that enable BRIC travelers to visit a region, shop at luxury brand outlets, and visit other attractions such as vineyards and food manufacturers too. Let's, though, have a look at travel technology, where the power of smart TVs is increasing and creating opportunities. The days of television as a one-way entertainment medium will soon be over, which might mean I might be out of a job. But anyway, similar to smartphones, smart TVs integrate television with internet technologies and social media. It's a big thing at the moment. Leading manufacturers Samsung, LG, Sony, Panasonic, Sharp and Toshiba, they have all launched their first smart TVs, which will become increasingly sophisticated in the future. New TV models will allow full interaction between viewers and broadcasters, advertisers and app developers, as well as among viewers themselves, of course. Viewers and companies can share their videos and even create their own internet TV channels to be easily watched via smart TVs. Now, some travel and tourism players such as Teletext Holidays and Serbia Tourism Board have already launched their own smart TV apps. These apps allow TV viewers to view images and videos about travel destination services and also to find out about prices and offers via their internet-connected TVs. Sales of internet-enabled TVs are expected to exceed non-enabled sets by 2014 and double in share, accounting for 74% of all sets that are due to be sold in 2016. As smart TVs become widespread, growth will be driven by consumers' desire to access internet content via their TVs and TV manufacturers seeking to produce value-added products and entering the apps market. Online purchasing from smart TVs is expected to become widespread in the future as penetration grows and travel companies appreciate the vast marketing opportunities on offer. Now, some people watching television travel programs on TV will be able to make immediate bookings through their smart TVs via travel apps or web links. Travel players will build on the emotional connection provided by TV programs, offering viewers the chance to book the destination or hotel that they just saw and consequently liked. National tourism boards, travel retailers, hotels, online and car rental players will establish a presence on smart TVs, all through apps and internet TV channels, as well as sponsoring travel programs as well. Now, let's explore the Middle East and the rise of shopping hotels. The retail environment in this region is thriving, led by strong growth in retailing in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. The negative impact of the Arab Spring on tourism has also eased, although countries such as Syria and Lebanon are continuing to suffer regarding tourism. Per capita expenditure on store-based retailing is high, and in the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia that is the case, at close to around $3,000 thanks to high levels of discretionary income. For both residents and visitors, shopping is one of the top leisure pastimes in this region. The Dubai Shopping Festival welcomed 3.5 million visitors last year, and over 2 million visitors attend the Summer Shopping Festival, Dubai Summer Surprises. Now, a growing number of malls now have hotels directly located inside the mall or connected to them for easy access, leading shopping hotel players including Kempinski Hotel, Emirates Mall, the Address Dubai Mall, which is connected to the largest mall in the region, and Al Fazaliya Hotel in Saudi Arabia. Take a look at this. An impressive 10 shopping malls are currently under construction in the Middle East over the next 2 years. Among them, the most anticipated malls is the Yas Mall on Abu Dhabi's Yas Island, which will be home to 7 hotels in total, including the Viceroy Hotel, which is expected to offer shopping services. The ongoing slowdown in arrivals and spending from Western source markets will force malls and shopping hotels to seek growth closer to home from expat residents and regional visitors. A thriving young population below the age of 30, which makes up some 50 to 70% of the population in the region, depending on the country, will further drive demand here. Now, in order to attract and maintain customers, some mall hotels, such as the Address at Dubai Mall, are offering bespoke shopping services. Now, over to Africa, where it is Destination Nollywood. I don't know if this is a new term for you, but it is the term that describes Nigeria's film industry. And it is the world's second largest in volume terms after Bollywood in India and ahead of Hollywood, of course, with over 2,000 films produced in Nollywood annually and distributed through TV channels and DVDs. Nollywood films are popular in many African countries, including Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Gabon, Kenya, South Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Gambia. Another important foreign market for Nollywood films is the vast Nigerian diaspora overseas, with significant numbers here in the UK, the US, and South Africa. The popularity of these films has helped the tourism industry significantly in Nigeria, with visitors exploring film locations across the country. Nollywood has also helped to change stereotypes about Nigeria by highlighting its culture, its norms, creativity, and its hospitality too. Nigeria's tourism indicators show slow but steady growth as the populous nation continues its development. Arrivals to Nigeria are expected to record a 3% compound annual growth rate over the 4-year period between 2012 to 2016. And that's thanks to intra-regional tourism fueled by expanding African economies. The popularity of Nollywood will be a major growth driver for the leisure sector, attracting film fans and business travel boosted by the growing economic importance of the film industry. Abuja Film Village, Plateau Film City, and Lagos Film City are all currently under construction, and they aim to provide modern film, TV, and audio production facilities, as well as tourism infrastructure. This year saw a boom in hotel openings in Lagos, including Radisson Blu, 4 Points by Sheraton, Ibis, and Legacy 2. Airlines operating intra-regional routes such as Aracair and Air Nigeria, they will benefit from increasing regional visitors. A new African low-cost carrier, Fastjet, is also expected to start operating flights from Nigeria in the near future. Now, on to the global village, where digital-weary consumers are seeking a digital detox at hotels. Who would have thought it? But consumers are increasingly suffering from digital overload as mobiles, tablets, and other handheld devices keep them from connectivity at every moment. According to Google, 80% of smartphone users in America do not leave home without their device in 2012. The UK Post Office reported that 13 million Britons suffered from nomophobia. This is so-called no mobile phone phobia. And in 2008, feeling stressed when their mobile was out of battery, out of service, or lost were their findings in the UK Post Office report. This growing penetration of digital devices have left consumers addicted to technology devices, and as a result, some hotels are now offering digital detox holidays. Hotel technology-free packages include discounts on stays or promotions for relaxation-inducing hotel amenities, while others offer technology-free rooms, for example. The Hotel Monaco is an example of this in Chicago that has a tranquility suite and a technology break package, whilst in the UK, the Lifehouse Country Spa Resort offers the BlackBerry Creche. Global figures for mobile broadband and mobile cellular subscriptions have shown non-stop growth over the last 5-year period. However, as Christina Bush points out here, Director of Sales and Marketing at the Renaissance Pittsburgh Hotel, she states that digital detox packages have to be offered as part of an overall experience rather than just aiming to keep customers away from their devices alone. Overall, 2012 to 2020, mobile telephone subscriptions in emerging market economies will increase by 23.6% to reach 4.8 billion subscriptions in 2020. The growing penetration of mobile phones and mobile internet subscriptions globally means that consumers will be increasingly connected to portable devices, causing greater levels of stress. Technology-free spas, cruises and safaris present strong opportunities in the digital detox arena, as these offer an ideal context or an ideal surrounding for consumers to disconnect completely and relax, thereby promoting wellness. The digital detox runs a counter-trend to technology integration, which has been witnessed by much of the travel industry. For example, as airlines start to provide Wi-Fi on board. For every passenger wanting to stay connected, there may well be another one looking for a complete digital detox. Now onwards to Asia, where luxury car brands are entering the hotel sector. Interesting development, new entrants to Asian hotels include luxury car companies capitalizing on the popularity of upmarket brands. Iconic brands here play a key role in Asian luxury markets, where the rising affluent classes, they desire brands that complement their lifestyles. Leading the way is Tonino Lamborghini, which launched a boutique hotel in the Chinese resort of Siju in June of this year in a joint venture with local developer Joining Group. While not directly parts of the luxury car manufacturer, this Italian company is building upon the strong reputation of its brand name in Asia, particularly in this region. Another motor company entering the hotel market is Hero Motors, India's largest motorcycle manufacturer, who is working on a hotel project in Gurgaon in India, working with Marriott's Edition brand. Aston Martin has also extended its brand license to include international property developments globally. Asia hotel value sales continue to grow at 7% compound annual growth rate over the 4-year period 2012 to 2016, with strong performances from powerhouses such as China and India, as well as emerging destinations such as Vietnam and Uzbekistan. Now, according to Tonino Lamborghini, its chief executive stated there is huge potential in the hospitality industry for the brand. And here, as clearly shows, he plans to open a further 9 properties in China with the aim of having 40 hotels in Asia. Luxury brands have already moved into hotels in Europe and the Middle East, with Armani hotels in Milan and Dubai and Missoni hotels in Edinburgh and Kuwait. It is likely that Tonino Lamborghini will be followed by luxury brands from different industries, such as the car industry, fashion, jewellery and cosmetics, capitalising particularly on their consumer appeal. Mercedes-Benz Porsche, Ferrari and Jaguar, all popular luxury car brands in Asia that may be successfully extended to the hotel market. Now, a number of fashion brands also have potential here to develop in the hotel sector, including Louis Vuitton, Dior, Gucci and Prada. Now, let's have a look at India, where the low-cost airlines serving destinations in the Middle East have assisted consumers in the popular Indian tradition of buying gold, of course. Now, while travel between India and the Middle East has long been popular, the recent surge of low-cost flight options has helped Indian gold fans make the most of bargains available at gold souks across the Gulf region. Indians tend to buy gold for wedding gifts, at an annual traditional gold buying festivals, but also as an investment, as my mom would say. Gold is considered to be a safe haven for savings in India, especially during times of global uncertainty. Now, the first quarter of this year saw gold worth $5 billion exported from from Dubai to India. However, a word of warning: Indian buyers need to be careful when importing gold, as there are significant custom duties to be paid, and the buyer must declare the source of the funding for any purchases that they make. Indian arrivals to select Gulf countries will continue to exhibit strong growth based on the travel by non-resident Indians and tourists combined. From that 4-year period, 2012 to 2016, compound annual growth rate here is almost 7%, fueled by growing disposable incomes and the buoyant Indian economy. While Dubai is the destination that will continue to benefit the most from the gold shopping trend, other nearby GCC countries such as Kuwait and Oman are also expected to cash in on this too. These countries already host their own shopping festivals and will develop additional tours and promotions for Indian visitors. Gold shopping concierge services will be popular amongst affluent Indian travellers. Low-cost rivals, Indigo, SpiceJet, Air India Express and Flydubai, they all link a number of Indian cities with the Gulf region and are expected to particularly benefit from the gold shopping trend as Indian arrivals, of course, increase. Scheduled carriers from India and the Gulf will also tap into this market, while sales of hotels, car rental and tourist attractions in the destination are forecast here to receive a boost. Foreign airlines are now able to take a 49% stake in Indian carriers, so the long-awaited policy change could provide fresh funding for India's debt-laden airlines and, key to this, open up additional routes within the GCC. That concludes my presentation, and I'd like to thank you all for your attention. And I would like to now invite questions from the floor, please, with our panel that have gathered here. On the far left there, Nadia Popova, and Joe Rossini, which is nearest to me, and in the middle there, Paz Casal, all from Euromonitor International. Thank you very much.